Hello and welcome to the Coming Home podcast. Me, Ryan, and my
Nathan.
guest. My guest.
Nathan.
There we go. You support?
Stoke.
I support City. So, World Cup. The World Cup's good. I like the World Cup.
Yeah, it's a cup of worlds.
It is entertaining. It's been a very entertaining World Cup.
It has been
to
great.
be fair.
Yes.
There's a lot of goals. I think it's been, how many 0-0 draws have there been? There's only been one. It was that really, really shite game between France and Denmark. Because they were both already through. Yeah. Even the meaningless England game against Belgium had a goal. It was a good goal.
It was a pretty good goal.
Adnan Januzaj scored it. God knows how that happened.
I didn't think he was still alive.
I think he plays for Real Sociedad now. I'm not
Better
sure.
playing for Sunderland.
It is. Now that they're in League One.
Soon to be League Two.
Probably. Carl United are there for Sunderland. I've been to Sunderland once, but I went when they weren't actually good. But it was when they were a Premier League side when I actually went to see them play.
When they were scraping by.
Well, I had that period of time where they just almost got relegated every season.
It's like 4 years in a row.
4 years in a row. Last day of the season, just avoid it.
Just won again.
Tiny little bit. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure the only 0-0 draw was the meaningless France-Denmark game.
Yeah.
Because they had nothing to play for and neither team wanted to bother.
Pretty much,
Yeah, France got the worst draw. They should just let Denmark score because they'd got our route to the final, basically.
I watched the first 15 minutes of that game, and it looked like it was going to be exciting.
I regret watching it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch the rest of it.
The last game was the Russia-Croatia game. I mean, that finished 2-2, didn't it?
Yeah, and then it went pens.
Yeah. But for long periods, that game was so bad. It was really boring.
It was quite boring, but it was also a really good game at the same time.
See, I wouldn't know because I kind of fell asleep. Right, so it was on... What day was it? We had the England game on the same day, so it would have been...
It was
Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, it was
Saturday or Sunday.
It was
It must have been Saturday
Yeah, it was
because
Saturday.
I didn't fall asleep on
definitely
Sunday.
Saturday because I got drunk and had to go to work the next day.
Well, I know it was Saturday because it was England game. Because I think I went downstairs for the first half because I was also, since I was at home by myself, I was also making a pizza.
Ignore the jewels.
Ignore the draws. I was making a pizza, so I'd been downstairs for the first half, and then at half time I went back upstairs. I just fell asleep.
What kind of pizza was it?
It had cheese, basil, and some tomatoes, which I took off.
So
I
you
wouldn't
just had-
cook a tomato.
You just had a basic bitch cheese pizza, but
With some basil.
to kind of hide the basic bitchness, you're like, you know what? I'll put a bit of basil on it so less I can make it an effort.
Yeah. Went well. No, it was nice. I like that pizza.
Yeah, cool.
It's a good one. Well, no, because I think there was an offer at Iceland or something. And then this offer does not involve us getting knocked out.
Speaking of Iceland, the football team.
Football team was very good.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
but they did well against Argentina, but it's not hard to do well against Argentina. But Argentina, the goalkeeper's shite, defenders shite. Tagliafico's actually quite good. He's their one good defender, I think.
The one average
I'd say-
defender.
Well, no, I'd say Otamendi and Rojo are kind of average. But then, I'd say Tagliafico's good. He's on, I think he transferred in January to Ajax. So he's been playing with De Ligt, that really young centre-back that they have. But, so they have a poor defence with Tagliafico at left-back. But obviously, at left-back, he's not going to be doing the bulk of the defending. He's quite an attacking left full-back, like quite a lot of full-backs now. Midfield, they have Mascherano, who's like 70-something.
Yeah. He's like an old man with
Moved to
arthritis
China.
at this point.
He's moved to China.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I actually won some on a bet on just some random person on Twitter because he was asking for bets to put on for the Argentina game against France in the round of 16. And I was like, put a bet on France to win with Mascherano to get booked, and I won him 32 quid. So, yeah,
Fair enough.
I feel like a good person. It's my good deed for the year.
You should have done that yourself.
Can't bet. It's illegal. Definitely don't bet when I go and watch horse racing.
I mean, I'd put a quid on Stoke to win the league every year, but my dad
I mean,
does that.
if Leicester, if Leicester 2.0, you'd have an entire league title more than Liverpool.
Yeah, and if we win the championship, technically we'll have more English league titles than Liverpool in the Premier League era. So
True.
fuck you, Liverpool.
I'm a City fan, but I probably dislike Liverpool more.
I just
than
don't like the
United.
fans.
Oh yeah, that's the
I just
reason.
can't stand the fans.
I quite like the players, but the fans.
Well,
Unbearable.
arseholes.
Unbearable. Unbearable.
For the most part,
Like,
anyway.
a
There
lot
are
of their
some nice
players are really underrated, but they make out that they're, like, the best in the league. Like,
ones. I could
you can
understand
argue...
Salah.
You can argue... See, you can argue Salah, yeah. But
Well, he's one of the best in the world this
I'd
season.
still say he's under Hazard.
Really?
He's only done it for 1 year.
But I'd say like this season though, he's
This
one of the
season,
best in the
this
world.
season, yes.
He's up
But
there with Messi.
overall, I wouldn't put him above Salah
No.
in my like list of like top 10 wingers or something. But Firmino versus Lukaku, you can kind of argue.
No.
No.
I think Lukaku is.
Oh yeah,
a million times better.
I'd take Lukaku, but Firmino, with Firmino, he suits Liverpool's style really well.
He does. He's definitely a false nine player.
Yes.
He's good at that.
But right, so Firmino versus Jesus is something you can argue, to be honest. It's what they do with Brazil, because that's like all that's happened throughout the World Cup. It's just been, you should start over Jesus. Yeah. But then you have the ones like, because the BBC, when the big teams face each other, they do like, you can do a combined 11. So it's like, and then you get all these Liverpool fans that are picking Firmino over Aguero. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, over Jesus, fair enough. You can argue that. But you don't put him in above Aguero in any shape or form.
No, you don't do that.
I don't like the Argentina manager, though. He's so poor.
He's not Diego Maradona.
Yeah, well, you struggle to be Diego Maradona.
Diego Maradona is awesome. Best manager they ever had because he
Yeah,
gives
he's
gives
also-
all the players hugs.
He's also a bit of a cokehead. So,
A bit of one. Allegedly.
allegedly. Don't want to be getting sued. So, yeah, they have they have world-class attackers. Dybala is world-class attacker for them. They have Aguero, Higuain, Messi, and Di Maria. Di Maria and Dybala can both play cam, but they don't seem to play... They play Mascherano. They started playing Banega, who actually did quite well.
Pastore.
No, they don't play Pastore.
Really?
No,
Why not?
I don't know.
He's good.
Do you even know who Pastore plays for now?
Is he not at PSG?
He left PSG.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't actually that sure of this either, but when Nainggolan went to Inter, that's who Roma got as their replacement.
Really?
Yeah. Those two could play cam, but Di Maria seems to sometimes play left wing, even though he's nowhere near the level of Dybala. And Dybala's way younger. So Dybala hardly even gets off the bench, because even if they're like 2-1 down, they bring on Pavon over Dybala, which is just stupid. It's just so stupid. Messi always plays, which is fair enough. But then they play Higuain over Aguero, which, no. Higuain, I'd say, is their third best striker. Their second best striker didn't even get taken to the tournament, which is Icardi, who had
doesn't
more
make any
goals last
sense.
season. I think he had like almost 10 more goals last season. And he's way more of a creator as well.
But he's an arsehole though. That's the problem.
He is a bit of an arsehole. And that's why Inter fans don't really like him that much.
No, they hate him.
Yeah,
They
but
really don't like him. But you know,
still he's
Icardi,
better than
if you want to come to us,
he's he's better than Higuain though, and Aguero's easily the best striker, I'd say. I think Icardi will become better as Aguero ages and he gets like more into his prime, but at the moment Aguero's easily the best striker, and I think basically, from what I've heard, he didn't play. He played one of the games, started one of them. And then in the last 2 games, he didn't start. In the second one, you saw the manager actually asking Messi who to bring on. He was like, bring on Kun. Okay, because Kun Aguero, that's what he's known as. So he was actually having to ask Messi to do it, because Messi essentially owns the team.
He does.
Because you saw him in the tunnel where they were all around him, and he was basically just telling them he was the manager. He's the manager of that team.
So Messi comes over and starts jerking him off.
Because the manager's dreadful.
Bring on cunt!
the manager's dreadful. So Messi basically owns the team. But then Higuain plays, and he missed so many chances that he should have scored against, I think, Iceland. He missed quite a few.
It's the same with the World Cup final in 2014.
Yeah.
Should have scored so many times. But he was shit.
He's just not as good as Aguero. But basically, Aguero's had the balls to tell the manager that he's shit. So they don't like each other. So that's why Aguero hasn't been getting played, from what I've heard, at least.
I mean, if you told the manager that he's shit, then, you know, probably not going to get played.
I mean, it's not what you meant to do, but fair enough, he is.
He's very poor.
Very bad. So that's the end of the Coming Home podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at RajamsCastle216. I've got one last question for you, Nathan. Is it coming home?
Yes!
It's coming home. That's factual. Nathan has said it.
It's coming home.
It's coming home.
Coming home.
It is coming home.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Football.
It's coming home. Hey! So, thank you for watching, and until next time.